All right, guys, I think we've all figured out that you're only ever going to get good at what you practice. It doesn't matter whether that's downhill skiing, learning to play an instrument, or picking tiny keyways, which really seem to be a thorn in some guys' rear ends, and I'm no exception. It's especially difficult when you've got a very paracentric one like this. These are called peanut cores. These are usually found on like cash registers, utility closets, things like that, maintenance boxes. It looks almost, when you hold it close, it looks like a normal cylinder, mortar cylinder, but they're just super small. I got 2 of these from Arlington Lock. And the reason I'm highlighting these, it's not so much that they're difficult to pick. Here's what the bidding on this is. Nothing spectacular. We do have some high cuts hiding behind a single low cut, but shouldn't be that difficult, I hope, unless, of course, they've put high security pins in there. But anyway, how do you practice these? And I think Arlington Lock has put some thought into that. I don't know if it's just to help me out or what, but they sent over a bag of security pins. I mean, this truly is looking like a training lock. It's got a bunch of repair parts, extra springs. We got some serrated spools in there, some serrated key pins, a whole bunch of different things, as well as a bag. Now, the core on these is the same diameter as you'd find on Master or American. A lot of guys don't have that small core follower. I do, but anyway, they sent me this little chrome job here, as well as a bag full of keys. So if you want to practice, say, impressioning, you can do that. Or if you just want to practice cutting keys to a particular bidding, I think you could do that too. So really handy little kit. I don't think they have it for sale, but it just kind of all fell together. Yeah, let's try to pick it real quick. See what we got. It may turn into a nightmare. They are, after all, locksmiths, so there's no telling what kind of evil magic they put in here, but we're going to find out. All right, I'm really going to crank this down, and let me find that key. What do I do with it? Both these, by the way, are keyed identically. So, okay, it does work. The tailpiece is not pinched, and let's get that out of there. All right, when I learn these, or when I practice these, it's oftentimes the most difficult part is to find a way to tension it so that your tensioner won't be in the way of the pick. Sometimes it's impossible, but sometimes we can do it like this. Now, when we have, let me grab a pick. When we have a profile like this, you really can't pick from the bottom. You can rule that out because no pick is thin enough to curl up around all those curves and reach the highest cut. So this bottom one we can rule out. We may as well use the space on the bottom for our tensioner. And we want to pick off of that edge right there. Now notice how that tensioner is a little bit higher than that edge. And if I try to do that, it's going to interfere with my pick. It's going to give me false feedback. So what I would probably do, just for giggles, I would probably use the next size smaller. And I would slide him. He may be too small. Oh, that'll work. Now notice how he's wedging in there against this piece of warding, and there's still a gap on the bottom. And that tells me that the tensioner, if it was down here and wedging in there, I might very well be wedging the tensioner to actually lock the core and the body together. But by placing it up there and leaving that gap, I know that it's not pinching, and I still have all of that space there. This pick may not work. I may have to get a thinner pick, but it's a good starting point. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to keep my thumb down this shaft a little bit out of your way so you don't have to look at my thumb while I try this. Now, I can already tell the thickness of the shaft of my pick. When I slide this in there, it's going to be pushing some of those pins up. So I might be oversetting. So let's try it. We'll try it from the rear first. And on little keyways, a lot of times you can't do that. And I think that's the case here because I've got no binders. So let's reset it. This time I'm going to apply tension and I'm going to start picking from the front. And now I got a binder right here in the front. And see if I can get around that corner with this pick. I've got a click. Very good. Looking for the next one. Feels like pin 2. Pin 2 again, pin 3. I have no fault set yet. That was pin 5. Let me move it forward and try to find 4. And there's 4, and there we go. All right, we got to open So these, I believe, are all standard pins. So they didn't hose me. They gave me a great training, or a pair of training locks, along with all this extra stuff to convert it to a training lock. Shouldn't be that difficult. We just take the 2 screws out and then use the follower to slide it out. You guys have seen that 100 times. Nothing special in there, but with this selection of security pins, there certainly can be. All right, everything you see here, both of these locks, the keys, everything are going to be the giveaway this week, and I'm going to try to sweeten it up just a little bit. If you're going to pick these tiny keyways, you might as well get some practice on normal keyways as well. And for that, our friends at learnlockpicking.com have again donated these for giveaway. You guys have seen these before, but for those of you who haven't or are looking for a good training lock, I don't get anything. There's no kickback. There's no affiliation. I just like to push stuff that I think is an excellent product made by a nice company at a fair price. And that would be this guy. This is the 7-pin ultimate challenge lock, ultimate adversary lock, sorry. It is a slightly paracentric keyway. It's full-size keyway, so you can practice micro keyways, regular keyways, except this one has 7 pins as opposed to 5. Again, you got a key, pre-cut. Those are the pins that go to that key, extra plug springs, and a whole bag of security pins. The pins between this lock and the peanut are not interchangeable, so don't dump them all in the same bag, for goodness sakes. Anyway, all kinds of security pins to include T-pins in these new ones. All right, if you're going to be gutting these things after practice, you're going to need one of these guys, again, from learnlockpicking.com, donated for the giveaways. That will be the giveaway this week. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal. Arlington Lock. This is a great idea. I don't know if this was your intention, but it certainly worked out. Thanks, guys. All you need to do is navigate to locklab.com, the tribal website, and scroll down in the middle of the page. You'll see all the giveaway buttons, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But the one you're looking for is the weekend review giveaway, purple band. Just click on it. It'll take you to the registration page. Again, scroll to the bottom, put in a good email address, so if you win, I can get in touch with you, let you know. Put in a username, doesn't matter what it is, and click Submit. When you're done, you'll get a green check mark confirming your entry. Thanks, guys.